Oops. Well, in this quick little sidebar episode, I've got to run to a doctor's appointment, do some other stuff, and I'm going to hit the junkyard for the Chambler and be accosted by Dobermans because that's what happens in my life every day. So, oh yeah, I got new internet stuff. So, had to up my memory because I was running out of space for all the footage I'm taking, and I'm being routed on by a Doberman. But without further ado, let's get to it. Yeah, we're out at Parts Glare trying to get junk for the Chambler build, and there's a TJ, so I'm going to steal some parts off this, and I'll find some Cherokees for the stuff I need for that. These are not a bad thing to take. I'm also going to look at digging these seat belts because I do need something for the Chambler front. Yeah, these brackets hold the soft top rear window in place when it's down. Never a bad thing to have extras. Let's see what other treasures this thing has to offer. I think I see why this thing was in the junkyard. Yeah, that's some frame rust. Yeah, that's definitely some frame rust. Unfortunately, I do not have my large Torx bits with me, so I will not be able to take the seat belts this time. It's that new model topless WJ. Interesting piece of equipment to need. This Cherokee has what I need. Unfortunately, with this radiator being smashed, there's no access to get what I need, which is water pump bolts. Should be able to pull the bolts I know off this little bugger. Got to get the bolts out the water pump pulley. Can't do it any other way, so I locked the vice grip on the pulley itself, and I'm able to free the bolts. Just gonna get the one bolt I need. Probably gonna take the upper thermostat housing bolts off just in case. I don't want to have any more trouble. I don't want to have to come back this week if I don't have to. And there we go. Like I said, I'm likely going to take these bolts as well. And there we go. Both water neck bolts are out. A few more things I'm going to see if I can grab and I'll get out of here. This is the hat section I was talking about that got ripped out of the Chambler floor where the Cherokee meets. I'm going to have to rebuild something like this to make the seats fit correctly. So that's basically what that hat section is that I've been describing before. There's an old YJ. Let's see if there's anything worth looking at on that one. She's definitely rusty. Just a bit rusty. And mossy. It's a little 4-cylinder. It's pretty well been stripped out. At least for the good stuff anyway. These dashboards are kind of a pain to take apart. Actually need to try to grab that center cap on that wheel. I like these factory wheels. I only have 3 of the center caps. I need the 4th. Really could use a 5th, but I'll take what I can get. This one's not too bad. It'll clean up. I haven't decided if I'm using these wheels on the Chambler or those aluminum wheels I just bought. There we go. Yeah, this yard tends to have a lot of decent Jeep stuff. Found this older XJ and found more center caps, so I'm gonna grab another one. Here we go again. The center logo is missing. That's not a big deal. If I can manage it, I always try to take the hardware with me. You never know what you're gonna run into or miss or need. Another one of the wheel centers I need, but it's cracked and it's currently under this Dodge minivan. Yeah, I think I'll leave that alone. Old Ram Charger. It's 2-wheel drive, which is a shame because they didn't make a whole ton of them. I'm fairly sure those seats aren't factory. If they are, this thing was fairly well equipped. It's an 88. A port window, or a skylight. I'm not sure what that's about, but okay. Porsche. I think it's a 944. I'll check on the back. Looks like a fire, possibly a gas tank. Looks like it was pretty clean up until it wasn't. Yeah, no smell and vision, but it definitely smells like a charcoal briquettes. Yeah, it's an 85 944. It's a shame. Looks like it was in pretty good shape until the fire. Yeah, just a little melty. Oops. Crew cab square body dually got all smacked up. It's a shame. Well, this was a big block. This looks like it's pretty clean until I got smacked. Probably somebody's tow rig. Yeah, only 90,000 miles. Wait, 80, yeah, 89. It's been here about 4 days. Fifth wheel, toolbox. Let's see what the interior looks like. Yeah, this has been repainted a couple times. That is blue. Still a very cool truck. Lots of possibilities. Shame it's here. I believe they consider this the outside sale row. The cars they don't want to just part out. So I got 67 Mustang burned up fastback. C7 Vet, Bentley, VW bus. I'll show you more as I get down there towards the exit. Those are painted on white walls. Neat old VW van. Does have a sticker for the worst band in the world on it though. Lots of motorcycles and four-wheelers. And Mazda with the world's weirdest wing on it. Yeah, man, that's bad. Cool stuff down there we'll check out. Not a horrible square body. There's a lot of Blondo in it, but it's got potential. Subaru, Mitsu, and a Euro van, or Japanese JDM van. Let's check that out too. That square body has potential. Four-wheel drive. Was a plow truck. All right, explain some of the Blondo stuff. Ooh, Lexus. That's a shame about that van. Oh, that thing got massively smacked. Yeah, that thing got walloped. All right, Buff, do you need any Grand Prix parts? Let me know. There's a bunch of them out here. That was a great trip to the junkyard. I got the thing I needed, and I got a lot of stuff that I needed and I didn't expect to find. So I'll go through real quick. So the wheel center caps are important. I'm not sure, like I said, what wheels I'm going to run on the Chambler yet. Chambler's behind me, and doesn't matter. But I needed these, and they'll help, because I do have a couple other ones, but it's nice to actually have a few more. So the brackets for the soft top, I can use them on my TJ. I'll end up having another TJ at some point, and it's always good to have these, because as far as I know, they don't make these anymore. And stuff like this, normally the factory does a little better with basic stuff. This is a set of gear wrench tools. I've had this for 10 years at least. It's great for the junkyard. It has a flexible drive shaft, 2 drive ends, a couple extensions, pretty complete set of smaller sockets for quarter-inch drive, and then a fairly complete set of random small bits, Torx, Phillips, Dan's favorite, the flathead, and even the Allen keys. It's a good little set. It's great for the junkyard bag, and keeps me going. Take the stuff out of here that needs to be out of that bag. I had hoped to get some hose clamps, but that didn't work out, so I didn't have enough tools with me. I forgot to bring a couple things. Got a very large assortment of nuts and bolts, because I always grab as many of them as I can. This is the important one. It's going to allow me to put the water pump on tomorrow, which is great. Get that all buttoned up. I'll also go ahead and put the thermostat housing and the new fail-safe thermostat in. I like those. They feel open. So worst case, your car doesn't necessarily overheat, or at least it shouldn't boil over. So I try to use those whenever I can. They used to be sold by Robert Shaw. Now they seem to exclusively be sold at AutoZone as fail-safe. I don't know how that works, but it seems to work the same, and that's the ones I go with. There's a lot of other miscellaneous bolts in here, but I'm just going to dump those out, clean out the bag, and get it ready for the next junkyard run. So like I said, some cool cars at the junkyard. US Auto is one of the bigger junkyards in my area. They're always renewing their stock. They have some really unique vehicles, and they almost always have Jeeps, which is my main thing. But they also have a lot of TJs, Cherokees, Wranglers, but stuff that they don't normally have, like that square body crew cab. They always seem to have the interesting stuff. So like, share, and subscribe. Let me know what you want to see. If you'd like to see stuff like this on a regular basis, let me know. I'm certainly always willing to go to the junkyard, and I'm almost always going to need parts. So thank you. See you next time. Oh, hell, I almost forgot my free swap meet wrench. Junkyard approved. Welcome to this. Yeah, my house looks like a mess. My house is a mess, V.